These type of videos are the reason why I'm not mainstream. So I got a comment from a viewer a few weeks back on a video asking my opinion on teenage smokers, and I figured I'd go ahead and address that for him and for everybody else. But before I get into this video, let me go ahead and leave this disclaimer that I am not in any way encouraging anyone that's underage to participate in any illegal activities such as consuming marijuana. I'm not suggesting that anyone in a legal state choose or anything like that. So there's that. So I first started smoking at 13 years old. At that point in time, it was kind of like, maybe once on the weekend, like on a Friday or Saturday, or just kind of on the weekends, maybe Friday and Saturday, Saturday and Sunday or whatever. And then when I got to be like 14 or 15, it kind of started becoming like an everyday thing. And I'm pretty sure by like 16, I was damn near smoking every day. Now, I don't say that for you guys to do that as well, because in retrospect, I don't think that was the best thing to do. Especially because at that age, I had no concept of the medical qualities of cannabis, and I wasn't using for any medical reasons whatsoever. It was just strictly recreational. So I just wanted to get that out of the way first, so not to look like a hypocrite. But I do think that I started smoking a little too young, and I would not advise other people to start at that age. Now, when I talk about using cannabis, for one, I think cannabis is far better than alcohol or any of these other drugs, or tobacco for that matter, or even half of the fucking food that we consume. However, I really don't think that it should be used until you are an adult. Now, I'm not trying to necessarily say anything bad about weed, but for one, it's the legality thing. I don't want any of you guys to get in trouble for something as stupid as weed. But to backpedal for a second, I would personally advise, if you're gonna fucking want to smoke cigarettes, or you're gonna drink, or you're gonna fucking want to do coke or Molly or anything else, e-pills, anything else, I would definitely advise marijuana over that 10 times over. Any fucking day of the week, I would advise that you smoke marijuana over any of these other options. Once again, the best option, if you're not 18, you're not 21, would be to not do any of those things. And I'm not even just saying that for the legal aspects, but for the simple fact that you are growing and your mind's adapting and things like that. And it's just a little better, in my opinion, to wait. But I would definitely advise, if you're juggling between, well, I want to do something, I'm either going to drink or smoke weed, you should smoke weed. And if you're thinking, oh, well, I want to smoke cigarettes, you should smoke weed instead of smoking cigarettes. Also, in my opinion, I don't think there should be an age limit on like CBD, like at all. Like there's been kids, that are just a few years old that are having seizures and shit that have been treated with CBD. So as far as medicine, I also think that cannabis is safer than fucking Tylenol. I think it's safer than pretty much any of these prescription drugs or any of the any of the over-the-counter shit that we take. I just really think that it is a much safer thing in general. So if you're using it medically, totally down. I don't think it should be smoked. I think it should be taken topically. It should be taken in a tincture. It should be taken as an edible. It should be taken, CBD oil, whatever, because smoking just and generally is unhealthy for you. But I definitely don't think that it should be used recreationally until you're of age, unless you're gonna go with something else. Then, like I said, go with weed. But I'm not gonna tell anybody to smoke. I don't think, honestly, I should have started smoking at the age I did. To be honest, it kind of opened my mind a little bit and like kind of made me realize a lot of shit. Like I used to say, I feel like one of my mottos is fuck this shit. Like, what the fuck this shit. Like, I feel like I see shit for what it is and I'm just like, fuck this. But in my opinion, it can kill motivation. It can get you in trouble and things like that. So I wouldn't advise that anyone underage do that, especially if you're in school, especially if you're making good grades, and if you have the potential to get a scholarship or anything like that. Just don't sabotage yourself, especially if you're in a prohibition state still. It's not worth it. Like, weed's cool. It really takes off the edge. It's something, chill to do. It helps with anxiety, depression, a slew of other things. But to just do it recreationally, just to fucking do it and to potentially fuck your life up, I don't think it's worth it. So I guess that's my answer. Short story long, long story short. It's kind of a weird topic. So to just wrap it up, I would advise to use it over most fucking medicines. If you're going to use medically, of course, CBD. I would advise using it over any other recreational drugs, including cigarettes, even fucking caffeine. However, I would not advise to use it recreationally if you're underage, and I would advise not using any type of stimulants or anything like that if you're underage, especially if you're in a legal state or if you have something to lose because of it. If you have something to lose because of it, god damn, I'm tired. Getting ready to wrap this up and get the hell out of here. But that's my opinion on that. Once again, like I said in the disclaimer, I'm not telling anybody underage to smoke, but I think most parents these days would agree with me. Maybe not 10, 20 years ago, but these days I think most parents would rather their kids be smoking weed than cigarettes or alcohol. I don't know, it's just me. Y'all drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Smoke your motherfucking problems away. We out. Smoke my problems away.